Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing foreigners with a quote-unquote vested interest in Thailand. I thought of making this video after reading a recent comment on a video I made regarding the foreign perception, so-called, of the Thai elections, and I stand by that video. I know that I got a little bit of criticism, and I understand the criticism, by the way. I've been a foreigner in Thailand. I understand the foreign perspective on Thailand, but I do stand by that. Thai internal matters are her own, and, that's just the way it is. Nobody, when we have an election in the U.S., nobody asks, hey, what was the Argentine perspective on U.S. elections? It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. In any event, after making that video, there was a comment on there, quoting directly, the article seems to be discussing the, quote, perception of the election, unquote, regarding foreign investors. I understand the sentiment that the average foreigner shouldn't care. However, it is fair to say that any foreign entity with vested interests in Thailand certainly has a right to care. Stop there. You may have a right to care, but, that's your own business, whatever that means. Quoting further, perhaps the Thai government should consider that perception, as fear could easily lead people to divest from the kingdom. Well, I've never liked that whole, well, you need to worry about what's going on inside your country because, if not, we might, well, okay, what does that mean? Is that, I hesitate to say, is that a threat? But, it seems to have ominous undertones. And for what? Because Thailand wants to set her own course? I don't get it. Quoting further, that's my take from the article. I'd like to hear your thoughts on the distinction between the average foreigner and those with vested interest in the country. Well, here's my perspective is I had a vested interest in this country for 10 years as a foreigner, and there's a vested risk associated with that. I came out here and did business. I invested money knowing full well that I had circumscribed rights and I had circumscribed benefits compared to locals. That was just a fact. Now, there were certain benefits that I had that maybe other nationalities didn't have, most notably the benefits conferred under the U.S.-Thai Treaty of Amity, granting national treatment to Americans looking to do business here, which was a major benefit, and for that I'm eternally grateful to both the United States, my country of birth, and Thailand, my adopted nation now. But yeah, that was still, a relatively mild benefit compared to my relative posture versus, for example, a Thai wishing to do business in Thailand. Because at the end of the day, it wasn't my country. At the end of the day, I was here as a foreign national. And at the end of the day, all foreign nationals in Thailand are in Thailand at the sufferance of Thais, at the sufferance of Thailand, of this country. And, I don't think Thais go out of their way to cause any foreigners any problems. In fact, quite the opposite. I think Thais are quite accommodating of foreigners looking to both live, work, and do business here. But at the end of the day, it is their country. They do things their way. And you are taking on an inherent risk when doing business here if you're a foreigner because it's not your country. That's part and parcel of what it means to be an expat, in my opinion. I mean, and in a way, not to sound too romantic about it, but that's kind of part of the adventure of it, is taking that risk on. So, yes, I certainly am sympathetic. I've been, as I said, I've been a foreigner in Thailand. I understand a foreigner's perspective. But at the end of the day, the notion that Thais should somehow place foreigners sort of on the same posture as themselves, I think that's very problematic. And I think that's been borne out in other countries who have allowed foreign nationals to come in and perhaps take too much of advantage of those countries. So at the end of the day, that's my take on it, is, yes, foreigners who have a vested interest in Thailand, certainly, obviously they should care about their interests, but at the end of the day, they should, before even coming in here, you need to understand there are inherent risks associated with doing business or living or working in a place that isn't your home country.